Ladies and gentlemen, this YouTube channel vlog show is of authenticity, inspiration, and realness. It is also about personality, good times, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And now, here is your host of the show, Mr. Big Beefy E himself, the elder statesman of Rant and Rave, and Mr. Shenanigans himself, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. This is episode number 1071. This will be the final video for today, and we're halfway through this week. It is December 13th, 2023, 10:12 p.m., 12 days before Christmas, and 18 days left of 2023. Holy Christmas cow. That's right, and we're going to have some fun here today. Whoo, what a day, what a day, what a day, what a day. What a day, what a week. What a first half of the week. It's been crazy. We had a humongous rainstorm. And then we found out that, the bridge, there was a bridge, Washington Bridge in Providence, East Providence is closed up to the point where traffic was so bad, my parents couldn't come home until like 5 o'clock, because my parents are my dad's a bus driver and my mom's a monitor, and they work together, and it's a crazy deal. But our workplace is just right now near our house, and it's walking distance. So, but it was crazy, to say the least. But then today was okay, but. Anyways, we're going to talk about Dynamite Winter is Coming 2023 event. It happens in Arlington, Texas, which is the home of the Major League Baseball World Series champion, Texas Rangers. For all you Ranger fans that never thought you would hear that sentence come out, well, guess what? I hope this is your first Christmas for your Texas Rangers as World Series champions. And I'm sure Texas Rangers will probably find a way to try to keep that team intact. Red Sox sign a lot of players. In fact, I'll probably do a Big BPE's Boston Sports Beat in about a few. Because, right now, I got to do some AEW Dynamite. As you know, there's 4 Continental Classics, 3 in the Gold League, 1 in the Blue League. Points have been, very, very important. Samoa Joe was kicking off the Dynamite, addressing the incident that happened last week involving MJF and all that. By the way, MJF made an appearance at the Iron Claw premiere. Had a picture and talked to John Cena. You got with Baron Corbin, Liv Morgan. Yeah, everybody was there to support the movie. So, anyways, Samoa Joe kicked off Dynamite and was about to call out whoever was doing all this. But then Adam Page interrupts Samoa Joe and saying, hey, starts talking trash to Joe. Roderick Strong and the Kingdom interrupt both Page and Joe. And then it got to the point where Adam Page slapped Strong. Strong attacks back, and then they had these two had a match. Adam Page versus Roderick Strong, with Adam Page picked up a victory. You know what the weird thing it is? I am suspecting somehow Adam Cole is behind this whole thing to reunite the Kingdom, in its entirety. The Undisputed Kingdom, maybe? Maybe people say, is Jack Perry the devil? We have not seen Jack Perry in quite a while. How about Sammy Guevara? Anybody think about him? I know he's being a dad right now, but could it be him? This whole devil thing, is it MJF behind the scenes? Is, the mind games, this so-called devil has been playing in AEW. Who knows? Who are the 4 masked men has been working for him? That's another thing to be considering about. There's a lot of mysteries going on here. It's almost like an Aces and Eights type storyline. I don't know. Anyways, so Adam Page did beat Roderick Strong in a great matchup. Now, the Continental Classic in the only Blue League matchup on Dynamite, the first one, Brody King went up against Andrade El Idolo. This was a heck of a matchup. Brody King has been trying to run away with the Blue Classic. He's been dominant. But in a great matchup, Andrade El Idolo defeated Brody King. And he's got the lead. In fact, he's got the lead now. and it was him and Brody King tied at 6. I believe also Claudio was too. So Andrade now has 9 points and in the lead in the Blue League. More on the Gold League. Renee Paquette interviewed Orange Cassidy along with Danhausen, Trent Beretta, and Devon Eriks, Marshall and Ross, along with Kevin Von Erich, and Orange Cassidy, the international champ, said, "Hey, would you guys like to team with me?" Yeah, and then all of a sudden, Trent and Danhausen like, "You betrayer, you betray us." No, this is Texas. Oh, okay. So. And Danhausen looked kind of goofy with that purple hat that he took when Jake Hager on. Almost said Jack Swagger. But anyways. And then the Golden Jets addressed the Arlington crowd about what happened to them and all that. They call out the tag champs, Big Bill and Ricky Starks. The champs come out, and then a lot of trash talking back and forth. And brought up some old stuff. And And Jericho called Ricky Starks like the most less charismatic version of Enzo Amore. I was like, oh, wrestlers are sick burns, man. First, Becky Lynch's sick burn on Nia Jax, where Nia Jax went on to have 2 ACL surgeries on her knees, and she is not so well liked to the point where her legs couldn't even stand up for her. I was like, oh. And then the sick burn by Jericho. That was great stuff, man. Let me tell you, sick burns keep up. The sick wrestling burn of the week in the WWE is Becky Lynch's Nia Jax's ACL joke. The one? Nia Jax had 2 ACL surgeries, and Becky Lynch goes, she's not so well liked to the point where her legs couldn't even stand up for her. And then you talk about sick burn in AEW of the week goes to Chris Jericho telling Ricky Starks he's the less charismatic version of Enzo Amore. Oh, shoot. Oh, snap. I am so surprised. I thought Jericho was going to go far and say, hey, how's your ex-girlfriend doing? Oh. Anyways, so that got him fired up to the point where the tag team title match will happen at World's End. So, in fact, they made a reference to Billy Starks, Big Billy Starks. And Excalibur mentioned she has a title shot against Athena for the Ring of Honor. So, but then we have women's action coming up, and guess who decided to join on commentary? Yes, the AEW Women's World Champion, the gorgeous, the curvaceous, the beautiful, the vintage, and the timeless one, Toni Storm. I love me some Toni Storm. She is funny and beautiful, and but if I were Toni Storm, I would go on eyes in the back of my head for Mariah May, because Mariah May's on the title, trying to be understudy, and I think Mariah May could end up turning against Toni Storm. But, however, Toni Storm enjoying the time as world champion as Riho took on one of Toni Storm's former running buddies, Ruby Soho. And Ruby Soho's got a little thing going with Angelo Parker. Are they or aren't they? You never know for sure with those two. Anyways, Riho and Ruby Soho had a matchup, and Riho ended up winning the matchup, and it was a great matchup. I think Ruby Soho's mind's on Angelo Parker. That's why she keeps on losing matches. I'm sure Saraya's not going to be very happy with Ruby Soho losing that match to the returning Riho. And Toni Storm's doing one of these, like, how dare you and all that. But Toni Storm's so gorgeous, and she's funny. I like whether it be the serious rocker chick that she was in the WWE, like in NXT and NXT UK and on SmackDown, or the vintage timeless Toni Storm or Outcast Toni Storm. Toni Storm is one of a kind, and I say if she ever comes back to the WWE, I don't know if she will, but if she does, I know Triple H. Triple H can. I can see like Toni Storm being like a new member of Damage Control or something like that, or just I don't know. But right now she's joining her run as the AEW Women's World Champion as timeless Toni Storm. So keep it up, Toni Storm, in AEW. Love you. Wardlow addresses MJF. Looks like he wants a piece of MJF, too. And so the second Continental Classic matchup, but this time the Gold League, Roosh versus Jay Lethal. And, and this was a heck of a matchup, too. And Roosh beat Jay Lethal via sleeper. Roosh picks up 3 points. And as Jay Lethal was walking to the back, Jeff Jarrett was kind of like, upset with Jay Lethal. And Jay Lethal was like walking away, feeling frustrated. I think Jay Lethal needs to lose Planet Jarrett. He needs to get Planet Jarrett gone, with all due respect. Planet Jarrett's not helping him as much. And I know they weren't allowed ringside, but I think he's going to... If I were Jay Lethal, I would step away from Planet Jarrett. You don't want to give him any bad luck. Or Team Slapnuts, I like to call him. Then they have Moxley and Strickland promo for the main event later on tonight. And the second Continental Classic Gold League matchup, but this is the third overall for the event. Jay White went one-on-one with Mark Briscoe. A heck of a matchup. And Jay White has won the matchup, eliminating Mark Briscoe from the tournament. So, Mark Briscoe, tell you what, fought his heart out. But, he's going to need more experience in singles competition. I know he's been used to tag team competition with his brother Jay, but now that Jay's gone, Mark Briscoe's got to get adjusted to that, and I'm sure he will adjust it to it very well. Meanwhile, Bryan Danielson and Will Utica promo for Ring of Honor final battle in a matchup involving FTR, trios matchup. And I forget who FTR is teaming up with, but it will be a great trios battle at Ring of Honor final battle. Continental Classic, the fourth one, but the third Gold League was the main event. Jon Moxley, Swerve Strickland, a battle. We'll see who gets 3 points. And this was a heck of a matchup. This matchup could have gone either way. Both men lead Gold League at 9 points. Whoever wins here will take the overall lead. And Jon Moxley did a move to pull the tights and ended up winning the matchup over Strickland. So Moxley's got 12 huge points. I got a hunch Moxley and Andrade El Idolo could battle it out for the Continental Classic. That means... So they have one more match. It's a must-win situation for Eddie Kingston. He faces Daniel Garcia. If Eddie Kingston loses, he's eliminated, and the Ring of Honor World Title and the New Japan Strong Championship will be up for grabs at this point. So be on the lookout for that. And then to end the show, the Devil, masked men, 4 of them, attacked Hangman Adam Page, and the Devil jumped out... went out of his car, nodded his head, and they slammed Adam Page on the windshield, cracking that windshield, breaking it wide open. Wow. I'll tell you one thing, this whole Devils thing, man, if we're playing mind games, there's MJF behind it. Could it be Jack Perry making his return? People saying Jack Perry could be. What about Sammy Guevara? Or was it Adam Cole in the Kingdom all along? The Law of Mind Games? Who is it? Law of Mystery? Who knows for sure? Who are the 4 masked men? Who is the Devil? So, a lot of mind games have been playing here. And could it be MJF playing the mind games all along, making a mockery? Who knows for sure. We'll see what happens in the upcoming weeks. Well, that's all the time we have on the show, episode 1071. Tomorrow will be Network Tussle Thursday, as we play some Pressure Luck as I defend my title in the CBS version. And I got my heart broken in the ABC version last week, but I will bounce back from that. Also, we got Rant and Rave tomorrow night as well. Let's see what happens there. So, that's all the time we have on the show. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in. And tell all your friends about this channel. A lot of fun content, okay? So, I'll see you. You have a great and wonderful day. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. Good night. This concludes today's episode. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A big beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bova Telepictures and Distribution. See you next time on another episode of the show. Goodbye for now.